Did you know that if you cut the flowers off of your zinnias, you'll get 2 times more blooms the next time that they show?
This is my first, and I would argue most important, zinnia harvest of the season. I always start by doing the wiggle test, which is literally just wiggling each stem to check if it's ready. This one is not. See how wobbly that is? And compare it to this one, which is more rigid and firm, which means that it's ready to harvest. Now, you can cut back your zinnias pretty drastically, especially the first time in the beginning of the season, and they will come back even better than they started. This stem, for example, I cut down almost to about the second set of leaves. And speaking of leaves, I removed every single leaf from the stem so that it can focus on sending all of the energy to the flower now that it's not attached to the roots. That's important to help with the longevity of your blooms as you bring them inside the house, and it'll help keep pests and bugs out of your home. Another thing I do to make sure I'm not bringing any unwanted guests into my home is to make sure I have a container with a little bit of soapy water in it, and I just dunk the flower inside that because a lot of times you'll have little bugs and critters hiding within the petals. In a classic do as I say, not as I do moment, I picked this stem which was not ready to be harvested yet, and you're gonna see what happens right here. Always do that wiggle test and make sure you listen to the plant. This first harvest might be tiny, but it still makes me so happy. What a difference. You can see all of these taller stems, they're going to bloom really soon, and I'll come out and cut those back. And this is me trying to count how many I think I'm going to have. I don't know why. It may look a little sad and bare, but it'll bounce back within a couple of days. Once you get your flowers inside and you're going to put them in water, make sure that you cut the bottom of the stem at an angle so that there's a point at the bottom that touches the bottom of the vase that you're putting it in, instead of having a flat bottom that's going to trap the stem and not allow any liquid or fertilizer or whatever you use in your vase to go up and feed the flower. And here we are about 3 or 4 days later, and you can already tell a difference from the day that I cut it to this day here. Look how much fuller it looks, and there's so many more blooms on the way. It's crazy. Now you can see that everywhere that I had previously cut this was right above a set of leaves. There you can see the cut point right above leaves, and there's two new stems coming from either side of where I cut. That's what I meant by you'll see double the amount of blooms after you cut them back the first time. Keep doing this throughout the season, and your zinnia is going to give you gorgeous flowers.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.